What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here for one more video tonight. We have the Spencer Knight extension, which happened now a couple days ago, but I wanted to make sure I got a video out after I done the season previews. So here we go, Spencer Knight's extension. We knew it was coming. Heard it was in the works. Frank Nazar got his extension. Spencer Knight gets his. Now the question of where is Connor Bedard's is next, but we'll get into that another time. So Spencer Knight, 13th overall selection in 2019. We'll go over a quick review of his career and basically say whether or not this extension works. 2020-21, he makes his debut with the Florida Panthers. He was drafted by Florida. 4 games played, 4 wins, no losses, no overtime losses, a .919 save percentage, and a 2.32 goals against average with no shutouts. In the playoffs, he plays 2 games as Florida plays Tampa in the first round that year. And they're going between Bobrovsky, then they're throwing Driedger out there, and they say, screw it, throw Knight in there, and he actually does probably the best out of the 3 before going back to Bobrovsky and then Driedger. It was wild. 1-1 with a .933 save percentage and a 2.06 goals against. Not too bad. 2021-22, 32 games played, 19 wins, 9 losses, 3 overtime losses, a .908 save percentage, and a 2.79 goals against average with 2 shutouts. He's officially the backup full-time at this point, as Driedger selected by Seattle in the expansion draft, so Bobrovsky and Knight are the tandem. 1 shutout with the... no, not that year. 2 shutouts with Florida that season. No playoffs played for him. 2022-23, 21 games played, 9 wins, 8 losses, 3 overtime or shootout losses with a .901 save percentage, 3.18 goals against average, and 1 shutout. But it's during that year, in February of that year, that he enters the Players Assistance Program. He's there for about a year and a half. 24-25, he comes back and is ready to get going, and he does pretty well. In 23 games with Florida, he plays 12 wins, 8 losses, and 1 overtime loss with a .907 save percentage, 2.40 goals against average, and 2 shutouts. But he's traded to Chicago. So we'll backtrack here a little bit. September 27th of 2022, so right here, right before his entry-level deal expires, he re-signs with Florida a 3-year extension worth $4.5 million per year, which he is still on. That goes until 2026. So he signed that in 2022 on September 27th. So 22-23, that goes 23-24, 24-25, and 25-26. And now this new extension, which we'll get into, goes for another 3, but we'll get to that. March 1st, 2025, after this start with Florida, he is traded to Chicago, along with a 2026 first-round pick for Seth Jones at a retained salary going back to Florida. And Knight becomes the immediate starter in Chicago as Mrazek is gone. And, that's really it. Mrazek was kind of shipped out to Detroit. He's now in Anaheim, but Knight sticks around. 24-25, with Chicago, he plays 15 games, has 5 wins, 8 losses, and 2 overtime losses, an .893 save percentage, but it is Chicago. 3.18 goals against average with no shutouts. Of course, no playoffs with this Blackhawk team. But he's the first time he's the bona fide starter. And going into this season, it's his first season as the starter. Combined with all the statistics last year, he went in 38 games, 17 wins, 16 losses, 3 overtime or shootout losses, .901 save percentage with a 2.72 goals against average, and 2 shutouts. So for a career total of currently 95 games played, 49 wins, 33 losses, 9 overtime or shootout losses, .904 save percentage, 2.83 goals against average with 5 shutouts. In the playoffs, he's played 2 games, 1-1 with a .933 save percentage and a 2.06 goals against average. And then September 13th, as of 1 day ago, according to Wikipedia, I believe it was 2 days ago, but maybe the extension officially went through yesterday. It is a 3-year, $5.83 million extension with the Blackhawks through 2029. So this year he plays at $4.5 million, gets that $1.3 million, a little more than that, a little over $1.3 million raise, and he gets to be the starter in Chicago for the next couple of seasons without question. What this does to their goaltending depth, you have Brossoit, who signed $3.3 million until 2026. This has been a failure of a signing, to say the least. Soderblom has been extended, $2.75 until 2027. He's most likely your backup until Drew Commesso is ready to come up. $925,000 until 2026. They signed Berezhnoy out of the Russian leagues. Well, not the KHL, but the league under, I believe. It was like the MHL or the VHL or something like that. $975,000 until 2027. And then in the system, you have Gagin, who is highly thought of, although he's struggled as of late. And then they drafted Karnowski in the 7th round, I believe it was, this season. So we'll see how this contract ages with Chicago. Knight's getting his first full season to be the starter with the Blackhawks this season, 25-26. So I'm super excited to see him. And now we're starting to see the roots of a young team really getting put together. Nazar got his big extension. Knight's got his extension. You're waiting for Connor Bedard and other younger pieces in this lineup to get those extensions as well, as this team starts building up cap-wise and talent-wise and age-wise, technically, because with when you get out of your teens into your early 20s, that's when you should hit your stride into the prime of your career. And hopefully that'll turn into playoff success with the Chicago Blackhawks. We're not talking about playoff success, we're just talking about playoffs right now. But as soon as they hit the playoffs, it becomes about playoff success. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know down below what you think of Spencer Knight's contract extension, and I shall see you all in the next one. Have a good one.